Hello and welcome to my just little tips on staying safe around your home. Part of Spellers Sparks electrician service based in Chilcompton. Today I am discussing plugs. Okay, and I was on a job today. This is one of the reasons why I started this, because I've gone to quite a few places recently where the plug, it's just damaged, it's broken, or these conductors here, you can see them below here. And so if you're pulling in, or especially if you've got kids pulling in and out all of the time, eventually something's going to give, and someone might get a nasty little shock. And so I just want to go over how easy it is to just change your plug, but just briefly talk about what's inside them. So here, if you look there, look, you can see that we have the brown conductor, a blue, and the green and yellow. The brown is the live. So this is the cable where the power comes from your consumer unit down your cable, and then back. The power then returns back through the blue back to your consumer unit. And the green and yellow, now this is a very important cable. This is the earth, or CPC as it's technically called, and this is the fault current. So if there's a fault with your appliance, let's say a metal kettle, and there's a fault, that fault current, the current that is being created by that fault, rushes down this green and yellow cable all the way back to your consumer unit, and then it will trip your RCD. So that is so important, this one here, just to make sure that's in there properly. There's also a fuse here. You don't really need to worry about that. That's usually they're 13 amps, and that's provided by the supplier, but it's also another device which will trip or blow if the fault current is too high. Okay, so there's two safety elements there. Also on the plug, you've got these little black marks, and they're kind of like, so when you're pulling it in and out, you're not touching the conductor. That's what that's for. But yeah, that's the plug. And the other thing is, you've got the cable clamp here. That needs to be nice and secure. So when you are putting a new plug on, just make sure it's nice and secure. And the other thing about it is, you can also push these pins up as well. So if you push them up like that, it's much easier to get those conductors in. And this is a job really, with a bit of practice, will only take you a few minutes to do. It might take you 10 minutes the first time you do it, because it is a little bit fiddly, and you want to make sure the cables are the right length. You want to make sure you have some good wire cutters as well. But yeah, just making sure that's nice and firm. And then obviously your nice new non-broken plug socket goes in there. Now, I was at a customer today, and I'm going to show you a quick video now. This is why I've done this video actually, but I will pass you over to me now. So I'm in a customer's house, and as I've been alluding to, I've been doing a video on how to change a plug. And one of the reasons why is because I often go into people's houses and I see the same problem. And this, for example, here. So I went to use their vacuum just down here, their little Henry, just to tidy up after myself. And I came across this. So this cable has just been taped up. It's obviously, it's understandable. And I am not judging. I am really not. But I just want people to stay safe. And so this is an example where I think perhaps this customer just doesn't know how to change a plug, or just couldn't be bothered, or who knows. It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm worried about. But what I'm worried about is just making sure that you guys can do it yourself. So I'm just about to change this for them. It's not a problem, and something I'm happy to do, and it'll only take me 5 minutes. One more thing as well that I was talking about in the video is that class 1 and class 2. So class 1 has an earth, a yellow and green cable, and the class 2 does not have an earth. And so a Henry Hoover, just for your information, is a class 2 because it does not have an earth. It's just got the live and the neutral. And that's now on there solid, so that's now safe and ready to use by the customer. And I feel happy about that, because I would not feel happy just leaving it as it was. So yeah, and that's why I've made this video, just going over the differences between class 1 and class 2 as well, because obviously the green and yellow This means that it's a class 1 appliance because it needs an earth connection or a CPC connection. Class 2, such as that Henry Hoover, it's all made of plastic, so it's double insulated, and therefore you don't need, nothing on that vacuum is going to become live. Whereas on a metal kettle, it will become live. So that's the difference between a class 1 and a class 2.